Hello and welcome to MSI. Ngayong hapon pag-usapan natin yung tungkol sa ating bagong MSI Journal. So, let's begin. Okay, so ang gagawin natin ngayon, open natin yung ating MSI Journal powered by MS Access, Microsoft Access. So, once you open it, makikita nyo yung switchboard ng MSI Journal. Okay, so let's open the journal. Ito yung journal na ma-receive nyo. So makikita nyo meron kayong journal entry. Dito nyo ilalagay yung mga inputs nyo ng mga buy and sell trades nyo. Then we have the trade summary, we have the journal summary, and we have the trade setups and stock codes. Now, umpisa natin sa journal entry. So once you click it, it will bring you to the form ng MSI Journal. So here, meron tayong trade ID. Yung trade ID is auto-generated number. So we don't need to enter or do anything in this column. As you will notice also, ginawa kong red yung text field niya para to remind you na you don't have to enter anything there. So every time you will put a journal, magkakaroon kayo ng trade ID. Then you'll have to select your stock codes for that particular trade ID. Then maglalagay tayo ng cut loss price, target price, and yung trend direction, uptrend, sideways, or downtrend. Yung open date is the date when you started the trade or yung first buy nyo. And then yung close trade will be the last sell na ginawa nyo for this particular trade. Then we have the gain-loss net. The gain-loss net, kailangan nyo lang siyang i-copy from this part, gain-loss percentage. Lalagay nyo lang siya dyan. And then gain-loss amount net, dito rin siya makukuha. Lalagay nyo lang din siya dyan. And then you will select either the trade was a win, loss, or break even. And then you evaluate your trade. Was it a good trade, a bad one, or just fine in the middle? Pwede rin kayo magdagdag ng trade details kung gusto nyong like note fields. You have two note fields, trade notes and then trade details. Pwede kayo maglagay dyan ng mga data kung anong gusto nyong ilagay to remind you of how the trade went. Okay? So every time bibili kayo, dito kayo maglalagay ng data sa chart na to, dito sa tab na to. Okay, so you put in the date kung kailan nyo binili, your buy price, the number of shares, the time frame, kung anong time frame ang ginamit nyo para bumili. Then you have the trade setup, kung anong reason nyo, ba't nyo siya binili. What was your trading plan? Okay. This one is actually an attachment para pwede kayo mag-attach ng let's say, news or chart, pictures, or even a data that you got from Facebook or Twitter. Okay, pwede siyang i-add dito sa column na to. So, every time na magba-backtest kayo, pwede nyo balikan yung trades na yun at malaman nyo kung ano yung nangyari talaga doon. And then you have here the gross amount, which are auto-calculated. Gross amount, commission, VAT, transfer fee, SCCP, total charge, and total net. So itong commission, VAT, transfer fee, SCCP, these are all based on call financial charges. So you add this four, that will be your total charges. And total charges less the gross amount will be your total net. Okay? So yan yung pagbibili kayo. Pag magbebenta naman kayo, dito naman kayo mag-i-input. So the same data, you have the sell date, sell price, number of shares, time frame, trade setup. You have the attachment also, gross, and then the charges from call financial broker. Okay? And in here, you can also add additional um, chart snaps or photos or news nung bumili kayo ng trade. Again, just additional data na you can add. It's not limited to just charts. You can put news, you can put FB analysis, or you can put a photo that you got from PSE Edge. Okay, it's not limited. So, mas maganda kung makapaglagay kayo ng chart nung nagbukas kayo ng trade nyo doon at nag-close kayo para pwede nyo siyang ma-combine, ma-compare side by side. Okay, so now we'll go to the reports. Sa reports, you have the trade summary. Sa trade summary, uh, pwede kayong mag-sort by stock codes, pwedeng by how your trade went. Let's say, for example, you can sort it with good trades only or bad trades only. Similar to win and loss, you can also um, select if you want to see only trades na win lang. So you just type win and then click on OK. Or you just leave it blank para makita yung lahat ng trades nyo. Okay. Then we have the journal summary. The journal summary will have charts of your trade evaluation, your win-loss trades, trend directions, buy trade setups, and your sell trade setups. And we have the trade setup. Ano ba yung trade setups? Kasi meron tayong sarili-sariling trade setups. So this journal is not limited to what are listed only dito sa query na to. So you can add as much as you want. So before nyo gamitin yung trade setup, kailangan i-add nyo muna siya dito. Okay? And you can also add stock codes and stock names. Kasi minsan nagdadagdag yung PSE ng mga companies, let's say bagong IPO. So pag may bagong IPO, kailangan idagdag natin siya dito. Okay? So just to clarify, the trade setups, bago niyo siya gamitin, kailangan yung idagdag yung trade setup saka yung stock codes. So you just have to open it and type the trade setup you want. And the trade setup will be used dito sa journal entries under the buy and sell trade setup. Okay? Now that we have the idea on how the MSI Journal works, we will go to the uh, actual input. Bali, meron na ako dito mga uh, sample journal na nilagay just to show you guys how it really works. Okay, so let's say here I am trading CDC and cut loss price at 0.95, target price at 1.25. Currently, the trend is uptrend. As you can see in the chart, CDC is green, so meaning to say it's going up. I opened the trade August 13, closed the trade August 15. It's a loss of negative 3.44 and the amount is 1,056. Sabi ko nga kanina, you just have to copy this from this position here. Okay, so that's negative 3.44. You just have to type it there, and the amount that you just have to type it there also. Okay, I did not put any trade details, but feel free to put any details there and the trade notes. So my first purchase was August 13, and my buy price is at 1.02. So I purchased 30,000 shares, and I was looking at the daily time frame. I was assuming it will be a breakout uh, trade. Now let me see what attachment did I put. So I double click this tab and I click on the particular file and click on open. Okay, so as you can see here, I was, as you can see here, I was buying sa 1.01. Okay, but fortunately, my entry nakapasok siya sa 1.02. Okay, so this is the chart that I used for it. Okay, so nakalculate niya yung gross, automatic, and commission, VAT, transfer fee, SCCP, total charges. So yung total na binayaran ko is 30,690.27 for this particular trade, for this particular buy transaction actually. Okay? So nung 15 naman, binenta ko siya at 0.98 kasi na-hit na yung pwedeng nag-breakdown na siya actually. Let's say breakdown. Nag-breakdown na siya from the chart. So nagbenta na ako. Although hindi pa na-hit yung cut loss ko, but as you can see, it's 3.44. So let's say I set the cut loss at 4%, let's say. So nag-early out na ako. Maybe I saw a different trade setup, kaya nag-out na sa kanya. Okay, so total, this will be your this is one trade. Okay, so you bought it at 30,690, you sold it at 29,633. You had a loss of negative 3.44%, and the total amount is 1,056. So let's check another trade. This is an example of a single entry trade. So what about yung mga nagta-tranche buying at nagta-tranche selling? Is it also applicable? Yes, it is applicable. So as you can see here, this is an example of food. Okay, so this is my sixth trade, and cut loss price at 0.68, target price piso, open trades, close trades, August 6 and August 14. So yung total trades natin, nagkaroon tayo ng 34% gain, and that's a total of 25,109. The outcome of the trade was a win kasi nag-gain tayo. Then we can say that that trade was a very good trade. Now, I had some data here, the trade details. Bought shares below 0.75 as planned. Trade note sold as TP was hit. Market is also on a downtrend. Okay, so just some additional notes para ma-remind ko kung ano nangyari dun sa trade na yun. So here, makikita niyo nagkaroon tayo ng tranche buying. As we said here in our details, we plan to buy the stocks below 0.75. So our purchases were 0.70, 0.73, 0.74, and 0.73. Okay, and these are the number of shares. Sa intraday tayo tumingin, and we're planning to do a swing trade. So let's just see again isa sa mga chart. Okay, so we were planning to swing from 0.70 to 1 peso. So about here. Okay, so this was our first buy. As you can see here, first buy is at 0.70. This is a 0.70. Yan yung attachment natin doon. Okay. Then similarly goes to the sell trade. Nag-tranche selling tayo. This is the total number of shares na nabili natin is 100,000. And our average price would have been around 72.50. So selling naman, ang ginawa natin, nagbenta tayo ng 50% at 0.95 and 50% at 1 peso because yun yung ating target price. So again, naglagay tayo ng ating port snaps just to show us kung saan tayo nagbenta. Okay, so 0.95, somewhere here, we started selling, tapos around 1 peso. Okay, so dito rin, makikita nyo meron tayong dalawang chart, open and close chart. Let's open the chart. Nung una tayong bumili, it was here. So nag-bounce siya. Diba? Tapos nag-close yung chart. Ito naman. Ito yung close trade natin. Ayan. Okay. So I hope you guys will be able to utilize this trading journal, and in the near future we'll be doing more updates on this. Probably we'll do more reportings on this para mas ma-enhance pa natin yung pag-backtest ng ating mga trades. So let me just show you what you can see sa reports. We have two reports here, the trade summary. Okay, as I said, you can filter it with those filters. So this is my trade on CDC. I have one buy trade and one sell trade. So it's basically similar to what you saw in the form. Ito, nilagay lang natin siya sa report para makita natin lahat. Okay, so all the trades makikita nyo dito. Karoon kayo ng summary, and it's also printable. Okay, so another thing we have here is the journal summary. So with the help of the journal summary, you can evaluate your trades better. For example, dito, out of 4 trades na ginawa natin, we have CDC here, which was a bad trade, and it went to negative 3.44 as we can remember. So nakita nyo yung bar graph is pointing downwards to the negative 10 level. So ibig sabihin, bad trade siya or lost trade. Then we have some good trades, 2 good trades, which is LR and X, and we have a very good trade with food. So with this analysis, you can say that your trades are good, mainly because you have more good and very good trades rather than the bad trades. Then we have the win-loss trades. Okay, so with this analysis, you can see that it's a 3-on-1. So 3 trades winning, one trade losing, and food gaining the biggest percent gain, which is above 30%. So, ibig sabihin, 30% yung napanalunan natin dito sa trade na to. Then we have food LR also above 30%, and we have X near to 10% gain. Regarding trend direction, so makikita mo dito na you are more of an uptrend trader rather than a sideways trader. So you could be a momentum trader. Buy trades, ano naman yung madalas nating ginagamit na setup. So kita natin dito, we have two bottom fishing, and we have three breakout plays and one swing trade. Similarly to our exit strategy, we have bottom fishing, we have breakout, and we have the swing trade. Okay, so that's what we have for now. Hopefully, we can still improve more on this MSI journal. And thanks for watching.